I spent a little bit of time answering free legal questions, and today's question hurts my heart so bad. Let me show it to you. Can my residency be taken away if my husband tries to annul the marriage? My husband keeps threatening me of annulling our marriage every time he gets mad and keeps saying he's going to send me back to Mexico. I got my residency through him. We've been married for 4 years in July and a total of 8 years in October 2024. We have a daughter together. I am currently waiting to hear back from immigration in regards of my application to remove conditions. I applied back in 2020 and I got my conditional residency in 2022. I submitted the applications to remove conditions February 2024, currently waiting to hear back. I have videos of him being verbally abusive. I don't want to be with him anymore, but I am afraid he can get the marriage annulled and I will no longer have my green card. What can I do? Being with him is stressful enough, and he uses this because he knows this terrifies me to my core, and I feel obligated to be with him. This marriage is too stressful. Imagine being with someone for 8 years, married for 4 years, and having a child with that person, and they're threatening your life, your livelihood, your ability to maintain the connections that you've made living in the US. This is a nightmare. And unfortunately, this woman has not been made aware that she can still keep her residency. So, of course, I answered the question and I told her, it says my answer has been posted, but it doesn't show my answer. So let me find where my answer went. Okay, so here's how I answer the question. You do not have to stay in this marriage, which sounds emotionally and psychologically abusive. He also is verbally abusive. My mind was blown at this point. I didn't include that. In order to keep your residency status, you have the option to still have your conditional residency removed due to abuse, hardship, or divorce. If you'd like to have a more detailed conversation, please feel free to schedule a private consultation. I don't want to get into the legal details of what's going on. That's what I would do on my other page. I just want to talk about the emotional aspect of being an immigrant and not knowing that your spouse does not have complete control over your life in that way. Like, she has been living and unfortunately this is not uncommon. She's been living in terror of this person for years, it sounds like, trying to make the most out of the situation, probably trying to repair the marriage. Unfortunately, this is not repairable. This is someone who needs to be left. This is someone who specifically sought out an immigrant, most likely, in order to have this control and power over them. And I hate to see it. It reminds me of this consult that I had a couple of years back where a guy came in and he was a service member. And so he was like, my wife is a conditional resident and I'm getting ready to have this service overseas. And I want to figure out how she can keep her residency while we are overseas. And I said, okay, well, bring her in for a consultation. I want to talk to her about her options, how close she is to citizenship, X, Y, and Z. And he said, no, I want to be the one to have the information because if we don't stay together while we're out of the country, I don't want her to be able to come back to the US. And I said, that's exactly why I want to have a conversation with her and not you. And of course, I never got a call back from him, but like, this hurts my heart. This hurts my heart. Now I got to go over to my other page and give the actual legal response.